Chapter 7. There's no place like home. The next day was the last day of their vacation. Calamity was off at a rodeo, and the Lamb Chops were enjoying the park as a family. Many interesting activities filled the day, but Mr. and Mrs. Lamb Chop noticed the boys seemed subdued. "It's the lack of fresh vegetables and fruit, George," Mrs. Lamb Chop fretted back at the campfire that afternoon. "I dare say you're right, dear. You know the boys so well." Just as they were packing up, the park ranger strode into the camp. "Well, hello there, Bob," Mrs. Lamb Chop greeted him, remembering how he felt about his name. "Hello, Lamb Chops all," Ranger Bob said. "Sure are sorry to see you folks go." "We've had a grand time," Mr. Lamb Chop told him, "worth every penny of our admission fees." "That's what I'm here about," said Ranger Bob. "Your brave son Stanley paid his fee like everyone else, and given what a hero he was, something doesn't seem right about that, so I'm here to refund that fee with the park's gratitude." "Excuse me," Stanley interrupted politely, "but my brother was a hero too. If it weren't for him being out there, I never would have grabbed onto the face of that rock." "I can see how that is," agreed the ranger. "Two heroes, two refunds it is." Then Ranger Bob personally affixed the Mount Rushmore State Park sticker to the rear of the Lamb Chop's car and bade them a safe trip home. Mrs. Lamb Chop looked into the car, overstuffed once more. "I'm sorry, boys, but..." "No," said Stanley, "Arthur can have the space. You can mail me home. I don't mind." So the Lamb Chops drove to the nearest post office and slipped their elder son into a large mailing envelope, along with the rest of the graham crackers, a slice of American cheese, and a deck of cards. "Insurance?" asked the postmaster. Mr. Lamb Chop chuckled as if the postman had made a good joke. "No need. There's no finer postal system in the world. I say if you can't trust the United States Postal Service to deliver a package safely, then who can you trust?" Mrs. Lamb Chop asked that the envelope be marked fragile, but Stanley was horrified at that suggestion. He did, however, allow the postmaster to stamp "Do not bend." And then the four Lamb Chops made their way home from South Dakota, 3 of them in the car and 1 in a postal truck and planes. The end.